Hi. Okay, so Jeremy, hey, you guys, can we let Jeremy vent? Jeremy, you want to vent a little?
Please.
Yes, we let him vent on the little side
Oh
group, on the little side chat, and we all helped him out through that. I'm gonna let him vent here too, you guys. Okay, you guys. He had a bad scenario. You tell them. Ooh. It's a topic that has just been around for as long as I've been on YouTube in the reseller world. It is well, even before that, even before the internet, it is ridiculous. But anyways, let's let Jeremy vent and get it off his chest. Okay, you guys? I'm going to bring Jeremy in big while I go get a shirt that I want to show Skylar. You guys, support Jeremy on this. All right, Jeremy, have at it, because it was a little rough on him. This was Jeremy's first time of experiencing this, you guys. Now he is equipped. We all told him exactly what to do and exactly what to say if this ever happens to him again. But anyways, you guys let him vent, okay? And I'll be right back.
I'll put you on FaceTime. Okay, so you'll all see this tomorrow. I was at Goodwill. I was filming. I had my camera out with my microphone. And this lady across in the other aisle, I hear an echo. Well, anyways, the lady was in the other aisle. She was talking to this other lady saying, "Oh, this is why Goodwill's prices are up, because of the resellers like him." So I was like, "What?" So I turned the camera off. I was like, "Okay, I need to calm down," because I was starting to get pissed off. And I unexpectedly went up to her. She had no idea I was going to confront her. So I was like, I'm glitching. So I was
no,
like,
you're not. You're good. You're good.
Like your comment a few minutes ago. I'm like, resellers are not the reason why Goodwill prices are up. So she started bickering back and forth, going, "Yes, it is." And I was like, "No, it's not. Yes, it is." So then she eventually just walked away. She didn't know. She wasn't expecting me to go up and confront her. So resellers are not the reason why Goodwill prices are up. It's because of inflation, and they have to pay their employees. They can't sell everything for 25 cents. They wouldn't be open anymore. So, I mean, the staff in the back, they're always looking stuff up. They do the Google Lens and everything. I even watched them before. So it has nothing to do with that. There. You'll be seeing an event video.
I'm coming back in.
You'll be seeing a rent video in a few days.
Yeah, I said you should have filmed that. That would be good content, because this issue comes up. Almost every YouTuber has done something like this. I haven't done a video on it, but whenever I see one of my YouTube friends doing a video, I go in and make this big, long speech too.
Yeah.
You guys, yes, I know it seems like it. It seems like we're to blame. And maybe a small part in the fact that we do make Thrift With Me videos and we do talk about how much something is worth. But this has been going on forever. There's been thrift stores forever, you guys. I've been doing this since I was a kid, and I'm a senior citizen now. The reason is mostly because of the advance in technology. It's so easy now with Google Lens and eBay added reverse image search, and it's so easy to have an eBay account or to have a website. Everything's just drag and drop. That's the real reason. Like, yeah, they might have seen us and be like, we could do that ourselves. Why wouldn't they do that? And furthermore, that is not their mission, to provide cheap items for homeless and really poor people. Yes, you can do that, but that is not their stated mission. Their mission is to make money for their projects. My region, Goodwill, I'll take Goodwill, but all thrift stores are different. Even church charities have their little pet projects that they're raising money for. My region, Southern Colorado region, it's about job training, which I'm not going to open that can of worms about how much CEOs make. I know Goodwill's not the coolest. I know that. And I also know that their training centers are iffy. That would be another vent video about how they get around that. Okay, because it's pretty sketchy in my town. I will admit it's pretty sketchy where they decide to put these training locations. way on the other side of town where it doesn't serve the population that needs it most. But anyways, and it's nobody's ever in it. That's probably why. But anyway, that's a whole nother video. But that's not the mission statement. And I will tell you, at least for my region, you can talk to Goodwill managers, at least in my region, and you can ask them, what do you think of resellers? In my region, they're going to say, we love resellers. They're the ones that come in and fill up their carts, hopefully. That helps my store have good like sales at the end of the month, and I get a bonus. These managers get perks and bonuses as their store performs. So at least in my region, they love resellers. So yeah, are they copying what we do? Who can blame them? It's so easy these days to have a website or to sell on eBay or Poshmark or whatever. It's basically drag and drop these days. It's not like before where you had to know programming or HTML. Like I had to buy a book back in the day. I got a HTML Bible book. It's this thick. And I had to teach myself how to write code back in the day. You don't have to do that now. Little kids know how to do things like how like sell, like if they're old enough, you know what I'm saying? Theoretically, they could sell things if they were legally allowed, but they know how to have their TikTok and their Instagram and whatever they like. So now I'm not saying we're not 100% innocent, those of us that do YouTube show and tells. I also want to tell you that before the resellers blew up YouTube, you could look at the dates. There was thrifting videos from especially the young girls that would do try-on hauls. That was their stick of how they made money on YouTube. They would go buy cute clothes and they're all cute, right? And they're young and they're perky. And they would try these clothes on for you. You get my drift, okay? So it's just, you know, it just is what it is. The deal is if you're going to be a reseller now, yeah, you are going to have to be on your game. You are going to have to know how, like, you're really going to have to do your research and you're going to have to find the things that they miss. They do tend to lean toward the most popular things that a lot of the new resellers all copycat each other. And it's the same old, you know, look what I found. But there's those of us that know how to find the unique items or the ones that they don't know about. And it's still valid. You guys see me do it. You see Jeremy do it. You see, you know, some of my friends, Amy, Yoso Boho. Who else can I say? Jocelyn, Crazy Lamp Lady does it. Dagny's still good at it, you know, at the thrift stores. Kate, although she hates thrift stores, I've seen her pop in and have some luck. George the Antique Nomad, who really knows his stuff. He's way old school. He'll pop into a thrift store and find some things. So it's still, we just have to be more on our game because there's more competition. When I first started my YouTube channel, I first started being on other people's. There were about 5 or 10 reseller YouTube channels, and some of the OGs, I call them, and I would be on their channels, and eventually I started my own. But now there's what, 200 or more? So yeah, there's more competition, but it's still very viable. You see a lot of us do just fine. And then there's all the new platforms, you know, Whatnot, District, Poshmark, things like that. Okay, so there. I wanted Jeremy to be able to vent. I wanted us to talk about it.
Yeah, and I asked my Goodwills, the staff, if they watch YouTube. They never watch it.
I mean,
City Mission they do, and the prices are still low, so it doesn't make sense.
Yes, and some of them realize, you know, and I've seen Goodwill about when we started to blow up on YouTube, when there was so much more of us, they started their Deja Blues in my town, which was their upscale boutique. They tried to go for it. And they said, well, let's separate the high-end items. Let's call it Deja Blue. They put sections in stores, and they built their own retail Deja Blue store, standalone even, up in Denver, still has one. Most of the Deja Blue sections in my town have already closed except for one. They gave it up. They don't really have the skill set. The people they hire, you know, that do that kind of work, the lower level work, they're making minimum wage, if that. Some of them are getting subsidized. And they're really, if they have any get up and go, they're going to quit Goodwill and go do what we do on their own. So the ones that are left, they really don't have the heart. Okay. But they do try. I know I know there are lists. Some of the managers are corporate. They've got lists of things to look for. They do try, but you can't blame them. You can't blame them. When they started their own good shop, Goodwill, it didn't bother me a bit because y'all, I've gotten a few good items off of there, but then otherwise, the shipping is too high, and their pictures. I'm gonna excuse my French. Their pictures suck, so I don't feel threatened by them at all. And my last comment: if it weren't for resellers helping to buy so much, I don't think we would have as many thrift stores. I know in my location, we certainly wouldn't have all these brand new thrift stores where they build their own buildings, and I know they get tax breaks. There's so many thrift stores, like they wouldn't be able to make it just on lower income people that need to come in and try to, get some things for themselves. They would not be able to make it. Okay. And then also in my town, anyways, as far as Goodwill, there are places you can go to get vouchers. If you're really indigent, is that the right word? Not indigenous, indigent, like struggling financially or homeless, they will give you vouchers that you take to the Goodwill, and you have to prove yourself because they don't want people scamming them. Thanks to scammers and hackers, everything has hoops to jump through. But you can get vouchers to get home goods and like clothes for yourself or your kids. Like they have those services. So, okay. So let's see. Let's see. And then there's if they know it, but they don't know all of it. I just don't feel threatened by them. And I'm not, as a reseller and a YouTuber, I'm not taking all the blame from people who think that we're in there stealing from the poor. Like, I'm so sick of hearing that for the last, whatever. I heard it before the internet, and it just really hurt me. But I said, Jeremy, okay, you got that under your belt. That was the first time you experienced it offline. In real life, you're okay. Now you know. Now you're prepared. I said, we really recommend you just walk away. Just giggle and walk away. Roll your eyes, walk away. Like, don't argue with stupid people. Pardon my French again.
It's hard for me to say sometimes.
If you're feeling crunchy, like I am some days, and you want to, now you're in your mind, you're better equipped with what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys. Anyway, so that was fun. Okay, let's see. And Heidi is telling some secrets. I believe that. I'm not gonna begrudge thrift stores their hustle. I'm just not. But I do realize in my area it's easy for me to have that attitude because unlike I know some of you only have one or two Goodwills. I have so many. Like if there's nothing in one, I hop down 3 blocks and there's another one. Oh my gosh.
You have that many Goodwills?
And speaking of OG, there's one of my OGs there, Glenn. All right, Jeremy, do you feel better?
Yes, I do.
You shook it off, right? Okay.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Get some stuff. Everybody else go.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, we could rag on Goodwill, especially on some of their nefarious stuff, but that would be another time. We could definitely rag on some of their, I know some managers have gotten busted getting good stuff and like sneaking it out the back door for their own resale account. I know and then the CEOs, the amount of money they make, but if you look at the CEO world, that's pretty par for the course. I don't know why CEOs make a grip of money like that, but they do. They just make a grip of money because I guess their soft skills are valuable. They know how to manage people and manage large groups of divisions and stuff. So I don't know. It is what it is. But so if we want to be too jealous, then we just need to go to school and learn how to be a CEO. I'm a CEO of the Thrifty Rich Club. So I'm happy with that. All right. So thanks you guys for listening to that. Yes, thank you, Gloria. That was super sweet. Jeremy, anything else? Do you want to talk any other housekeeping? Do you
What do I have? Oh my gosh. See that
What
this day threw me off. Um